Welcome to Jay and Laura TV. We are Jay and Laura Laffoon, and yes, we are sweaty mess. We have just gotten done with a 4-mile run, and we thought, you know what? One of the things we love to do on Jay and Laura TV is keep it real.
Keep it real.
Keep it real, baby. We're keeping it real. This is us today. This is us. We are exercising, and we thought, what better way to just kind of maybe relate to the folks to say, hey, we're pounding it out just like you're pounding it out, trying to stay in shape, trying to make life great.
It's hard work. And speaking of keeping it real in real life, I got to tell you this funny story that happened this week. It was hilarious. Okay, so for those of you who have an iPhone, if it's the iPhone 4S or something like that, or the 5, whatever, you have Siri. Siri's the little thing, that little girl in your phone that talks to you, right? So we were, just after our Grand Hotel conference, we were having some R&R time in Traverse City, Michigan, and the guys were out on the balcony talking business.
We were talking business.
Us girls didn't want to talk business. We wanted to watch Dancing with the Stars. So we're in the hotel room. They're on the balcony. We're in the hotel room, and we're sitting on beds, watching TV, and the guys are like, hey, are the Tigers on? Are the Tigers on? The Detroit Tigers. Are they on baseball? We're like, I don't know. So we couldn't find them on TV. So my friend Tina pulls out her phone and asks Siri, Siri, where are the Detroit Tigers? Well, Siri couldn't find it. So I pulled out my phone, pushed my Siri, and I thought, well, I'll ask hers. Well, kind of a funny thing, my phone calls me, Siri calls me beautiful magical goddess, because she can make her call you whatever you want. So my Siri says to me, what can I do for you, beautiful magical goddess? My friend Tina holds hers over here and says, I want to be called beautiful magical goddess. She says that to her Siri, call me beautiful magical goddess. My Siri goes, I already call you beautiful magical goddess, but okay. Her Siri says, I like that. Our Siris, who aren't even real, were talking to each other. It was just kind of freaky.
Well, that's Laura's real life. I'm going to pop one in on her. She doesn't realize I'm going to pop this in on her. But yesterday, trying to practice what we preached, I spent the day pursuing her, okay? Pursuing her. And things were going really well until later on in the evening. Laura, I just want you to do this right now. Just do this, will you please? Yeah, come on, show me your fingernails. Late in the evening, my wife, she had her fingernails painted for Grand Hotel, but last night she was gnawing.
I wasn't gnawing, I was picking at it. No, I wasn't. I was picking at it like this. I was not gnawing, I was picking. I was going like this. I was not.
Yeah, see, that's just like that.
I was not. Maybe this
one. Now there's a real mood swinger right there.
That wasn't a part of the show. You weren't supposed to bring that up.
Sorry, they're going to see that you've got no fingernail on there.
It's a new style.
Well, here we go. Here's our question of the week, moving right along.
Pin it on Pinterest, Laura's nails.
Yes, and they're not black. They're dark plum. Anyway, question of the week. Our family has gotten into the habit of eating in front of the TV. How can we change that?
Sit at the table.
Sit at the table would be a good start. Now, I know what you're really asking. You're saying, oh my goodness, my kids don't want to eat. They're going to pitch a fit because a couple times we started letting them watch a show. Now everybody wants to watch a show. And we have a teenager in the house and a 21-year-old in the house. And every once in a while, regularly, we will say to them, hey, family dinner tonight. Oh, I got this going, I got that going. Sorry, family dinner tonight, 6 o'clock, be here. It's 15 minutes out of your life. You're going to deal with it. And yes, they're going to roll their eyes. And yes, they're going to huff and puff. And yes, it may be a chore for a while. But this is a habit that will change your family forever. Science tells us it takes 21 days to change a habit. So you might be saying, okay, well, if we eat family dinner 3 times a week for 3 weeks, no. You have to do it 21 times, 21 days if you're doing that same habit every day. And I just don't know that in this day and age it's possible to have dinner every night together. But get in the habit, make it a priority.
Maybe what you can do, here's an idea. You could look at your calendars and say, you know what, we're home every Tuesday night because that's the night we watch whatever in front of the TV. Well, take every Tuesday night and say, we're not going to watch that show in front of the TV. We're going to have dinner at the dinner table. Then you've got 21 straight Tuesdays you could do that in.
There you go. And the reason is because of the benefit it will have for your family. To be together, to have that time sharing life together, sharing a meal together. It's literally a holy experience when you break bread around the table as a family. So Do it, do it, do it.
All right. Well, marriage in the news this week. Again, we've shared a few different blogs with you over the past
This
shows.
one's sad.
This was actually from a newsletter that we get called Smart Marriages. It's an organization that puts all kinds of marriage information and news together. And this was taken from the Smart Marriages newsletter, but it was written in the Tribune newspapers by Heidi Stevens, and this was just on October 3rd. And what she is noticing is that despite the fact that the overall divorce rate in the United States has declined over the past decade, the rates of couples divorcing after the age of 50 has doubled.
Wow.
It has doubled. And here's what, in 1990, fewer than 10% of divorces included spouses age 50 or older, according to a National Center for Family and Marriage Research. Today, boomers account for more than 25% of the divorces. Here's a quote from Justin Buzzard, who wrote a book called Date Your Wife. Baby boomer marriages have been on cruise control. There are many wonderful exceptions, but by and large, boomer marriages have been in maintenance mode for decades. The man has focused on his career. They haven't been keeping the marriage strong, fit, and healthy. The kids leave home, and the husband and wife look at each other and say, I'm not in love with you. I barely know you. Folks, this is what happens, because when our children are young, when they're in their grammar school, elementary age, high school, we are so focused on them that we forget to focus on each other. And we just kind of stroll along in maintenance mode. And we have to focus on this relationship first before we focus on the kids.
Amen.
We've got to keep this marriage, or you're going to be 50, 55, and you're going to look at each other because your kids have gone off to college, they've gotten married, they're having grandkids, and you're going, ew, I don't like you anymore. Why? Because you haven't built that relationship. This was so eye-opening for me, realizing that the divorce rate has doubled.
Do you want to know why it's eye-opening for her?
Because I'm almost 50.
There we go. And
in,
I am.
In a month and a half, I'll be 50.
That's right. Well, this is Jay and Laura TV. We're Jay and Laura Laffoon. We're here for your life, your marriage, and your family. Stick it out. Marriage is worth it. We love you all.